Welcome back to Monday Mod Tips. I'm Captain Xavier, and today I'm going to be doing some maintenance on my Alpha Trooper. This is the Alpha Trooper that I take with me when I go to HVZs, and since the HVZ season is coming up on us, it is time to do some general maintenance. I did have some issues with this blaster jamming, and it is having some issues jamming right now, and so I'm going to pop it open and see if I can't figure out why, and I'm going to go over the general maintenance tips that you should do, checking your springs, checking your O-rings, checking for lube, all those sorts of things. So we're going to go through this real quick. We're going to take all the screws out first. A quick note on the tools that I'm going to be using today. There isn't all that much. I will need a screwdriver for opening the blaster, of course. I have a knife, a sharp, flat-edged knife for cutting and scraping if there's some parts that maybe the molding wasn't very good or just things need to get scraped off. I will be using Super Lube to lubricate things that need to be lubricated, and I will be using a heavy paper towel to clean things up, because there's bound to be grit and old lube that's full of dirt and grit and stuff like that. So this is a basic cleaning and maintenancing kit. This is really all you need for this. There are, of course, additional things you might use if you want to get fancy, but this is what I'm going to be using in this video. So let's get this thing taken apart. Alright, now you may notice right away that this blaster is not stock. It does have an Orange ModWorks kit in it. I have a metal catch, I have a heavier spring, I've got I believe this is a reinforced priming rod, and yeah, we're gonna see if we can figure out why this thing keeps snagging. It could be grit, it could be all kinds of things. So we're gonna start with basic cleaning. You can see all of these bits of grit and dirt that's just built up, and that just gums up the works. We don't want that in there. Certainly not helping. And I'm just using a industrial paper towel. I'm not using any kind of like solvents or anything. I don't think it's quite that bad. We definitely want to go over all the places where things slide, grooves that things move in. Just years of use and dirt, getting dropped, picking up dirty darts and firing them through it. You're gonna pick up grit and stuff, and you want to get rid of all that. Aha, I can get the plunger tube out. Good, because that's probably where the worst grit buildup is going to be, around that plunger tube, or the plunger head. We're going to clean it all off, and we are going to replace the lube, of course. And yeah, you can see the dirt that's built up in there. Much better. Now I'm going to use Super Lube. Copious amounts of it. Excellent. Getting a good seal. And we're also going to clean up and re-lubricate the bolt O-ring, which has just fallen off. Next thing, we're going to make sure we've got a little lube on the various control surfaces. Anywhere where a piece is meant to slide on another piece, a little bit of lube there will help that move. Same thing with all of the parts that are sliding in grooves. We can lubricate the grooves so that things slide a little bit more smoothly. Check all of these little pieces that have springs on them. Make sure they are all moving completely freely. They're not snagging, they're not catching. Okay. Check the action. Your dirt gate is an important place to check. I've got all kinds of dirt and grit up in the dart door there, as well as the dirt gate. So we want to be sure we get that cleaned. And so you can see how filthy that part's gotten. And that's almost certainly because of dirty darts getting used. That's the downside of scavenging darts, is you're gonna get dirt in your blaster. It was snagging a little bit, and it wasn't wanting to prime, and I don't know if that might be the fact that the upgraded plunger head isn't as tapered and is catching on the lip here in the back, and I might be able to alleviate that a little bit with a file. I don't know if it's going to be necessary, but I'll look into it. And this felt like it was catching a little bit. So I'm gonna smooth this out a little bit. Feels like a bad mold. Okay, that is now much smoother. And here's a control surface we can add a little lube to. See if it'll run even smoother yet. Yes, it will. Things you don't want to lube. The catch. The catch should definitely not be lubed. Now I'm gonna go see if I can find one of those metal Orange ModWorks triggers, because I'm pretty sure I've got one around here somewhere. And wouldn't it be lovely? I found one! A metal Orange ModWorks Alpha Trooper trigger. Lovely. Alright. See if I can get it all put back together. See if that... I don't think I've done anything that would have alleviated its jams, but I want to see if they're still there. Alright, I have it reassembled. I'm gonna load up a mag, a big one, and see if I can get through without any jams. Smooth. I'm having no problems, no jams so far. I'm still averaging mid-90s, which is great for an Alpha Trooper, great for HVZ. And yeah, now the downside to maintenance like this and to testing is I could put 1,000 rounds to this thing and not have a single problem, and it could jam on round 1001 while I'm in the field. There is no way to prove and to know for sure that it's not going to jam. But a little preventative maintenance goes an awful long way. So opening it up, making sure there isn't bits of wood chip or grit or whatever getting in the way of the parts that need to move, lubricating surfaces that need to move, cleaning surfaces that shouldn't be moving. Always lube your O-rings. Give it a test to make sure everything seems to be moving nice and smooth. And that will help you prevent having a catastrophic failure in the field. Very important for HVZ because you only get the one catastrophic failure. So there you have it. There's maintenancing a Springer. Hope this is helpful to somebody. Thank you for watching.